kind of open this up, and well, just kind of pull this back a little bit, you can see there's a chamber in there, a hole in there. That's the lateral, one of the two lateral ventricles, right in there. Let's see, what else was that? Strange. God, it's a gigantic. Oh, well. Okay, no, regardless. What does? So this kind of flat area right here is the thalamus. This is kind of just nondescript, kind of flat area right there's the thalamus. And then sort of right below it, again, indescript, but below this flat area is the hypothalamus. Can't see it too well, but this little thing right here that's kind of pokey, not this, but this little dark thing that I'm trying to get my probe under right here. It's not cut real well in this one. That's the pineal gland. And moving back, this little bulge right here is the pons. And back here is the medulla. So the pons pons means bridge. So we got the pons, and then just exterior, not exterior, posterior to that is the medulla. This is the cerebellum. This little, we're going to call it kind of cleft or whatever. That's the fourth ventricle. And then there's a little line right here, kind of from the fourth one. That's called the cerebral aqueduct. Now there is a third ventricle, but I didn't ask you guys to find that because it's a little hard for us to identify. And that's about it. Oh, I know what this is. This didn't look like it. Now, if this thing back here, this mess right there, we call it the corpora quadgemina. And this one is cut in half, and it just looks funny how they cut it. This thing here, if you cut it in half, it just looks like that. The dura's on here, so we really can't separate it too well, but you can kind of sort of see how it is there. But it does, I don't know, now I look at it, I can kind of see what it is. It's got kind of an upper sort of pattern right there, and then maybe a slightly different colored little area right down there. It actually has two parts. It's called the superior and inferior colliculus, but you don't need to know that. But anyway, this is a structure called the corpora quadgemina. This is it in cross section. I think that's about it. I say this one does have the dura mater on it. It doesn't have the pituitary gland on it, I don't think. Well, maybe it does. Yeah, well, probably it does. Might be sort of, kind of where the pituitary is, right down in here. It's right same in humans. It's right below the brain. I didn't ask you guys to remember this, but it's one that it's kind of cute. I like the name. So this is the cerebellum back here, and this white kind of branching structure in there is called the arbora vitae, which means tree of life. So I think, when people are early anatomy type people doing autopsies or whatever, and they cut the brain in half, they saw this tree, and they thought, oh, yeah, the tree of life or something like that. So the name just stuck. So arbora vitae, tree of life, and it's just part of the cerebellum. But like I said, that's not on your list of things to remember. So this is the cerebellum back here. It's a very much smaller part of the brain, but it does have two lobes, just like the cerebellum does. The cerebellum has two lobes, just like the cerebrum does. And I don't want to split this thing, but just like in the human brain, we've got a big slit right down the center, and that's the longitudinal fissure. I suppose I never really thought about it very much because I don't do lobes on sheep brains, but this would probably be more or less temporal over here, and probably occipital back here, frontal, parietal. It'd be the same general regions, but I don't do sheep brains for lobes. I do brain models for lobes. So how's that? Got it? Not bad?
Good. Yeah,
it's not that.